How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich, and welcome to episode 33 of TNT Stocks. Today's actual date is November 9th of 2025. The simulated date is September 1st of 2027. There's a lot that's been going on over the past, since last episode. Our portfolio was going up, it was going down, it was going up. I think it may have gone down once again and then back up once again. But either way, it did finish on a high note. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get through our criteria and disclaimer and then start talking about our portfolio and our slides. All right, so you'll see our criteria is we do one video per week. We'll simulate 1 month. I will create videos when available at home, not while traveling on Army Reserve duty or vacations. Any week with a missed video will not be considered a simulated month. Each video will simulate loading $100 to the TNT Stocks account. All stocks bought in the simulation are actual companies with their actual end-of-week closing stock prices. Stocks can be sold between episodes at certain prices per personal strategies. This month we bought 3 stocks at the price range of $5 to $100, spending capped at $180. So let us see what $100 per video will look like over time. Disclaimer. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. I'm not qualified or certified to give professional investment advice. Day trading has high risks involved. Any gain or loss is at a personal risk. Past performances do not guarantee success in future stock purchases. It is highly recommended that you do your own due diligence when it comes to deciding which stock you will purchase. All right, so you see here's the first half of our portfolio. As always, I split this part of the slides up into 2 because if I try to condense it all on one slide, I feel like it'll be small and blurry depending on which size monitor you are using. So to make it easier for you all to read and see what's happening here, I do split it up, the first half up on the first slide. All right, so as I mentioned at the beginning, our portfolio was kind of went up and then it went down, and when it went down, you'll see some of the stuff in blue. We did sell. I think it just did go down once and then back up. I don't think it really did too much going back down again and then back up. But either way, it was still kind of rocky. It was still kind of roller coaster, kind of touch and go as to what type of video we would be presenting this in this episode. So when it dipped down, it did cause us to sell some stuff. But first, we'll just go ahead and start working our way from the top. You see AGL. It did not survive the roller coaster. Well, I shouldn't say it didn't survive the roller coaster. It did not do well during the roller coaster ride. A few episodes ago, it was closing at around 90 cents per share. You see it's now down to 67 cents per share. Continues to be our highest money loser. Hate to see it. It's our oldest line item and continues to be, I don't like seeing our oldest line item be the highest money loser. I'd rather it was the opposite way around, or at least close to our top money maker. But it's an old strategy I was using. I've changed it mid-July to a new strategy. Our new strategy, as you'll see, looking down below, has been working out pretty well. I would never. Well, my new strategy is not going to let something get down to almost 90% negative. Also, if you're wondering why I don't just go ahead and let it go, if it's under $2, the platform I use for day trading, I believe they do a 10% fee if you do buy or sell below $2. So basically, we're going to hold on to this until 1, it either raises above $2, or 2, the company just stops being part of the day trading scene, whichever comes first. So until then, it continues to be an eyesore. So let's hope it does come back over the next few episodes. All right, but moving on, you see METC. This one used to be our top money maker. It has been falling down over the past few episodes. It was at one point close to 300%. I think during a week between episodes, I think it did break 300%, but it never did make it to 300% on one of our episodes. But you see, it kept moving down, and then we finally did go ahead and let it go, and we sold it 3 shares at $28.17 and bringing it home almost $50 from that sell. Just a little bit below it, you see XGN. Yeah, 2 line items below it, you see XGN purchased back in July. I'm just pointing this one out because what you're going to see next up is that we sold some of these. This one here, we bought it pretty low, so at $7. And you see where it's, if we sold it Friday at closing, we would have had a gain of about $28, and it's up 36%. This one I do want to hang on to a little bit longer and see what it does. Maybe if it keeps going down, then yeah, we'll let it go here before too long. We're not going to let it go down too much more, but we're going to still hang on to this one and see what it does. Give it a chance. I just want to point that out because the eliminating confusion, because you're going to see we did sell 2 other line items of XGN. But right below it, you see ALHC. We sold 5 shares at $16.39 and made about $2. Not about. We made $2.65 on it. And then the next XGN item, line item, $9, 9 shares at $10.76 and made close to $10 on that one. Note it was up a little over 11%. Further down, CCEC, we sold 3 shares at just over $20 and took a hit at just over $5 on that one. And in the last XGN line item, 7 shares again at $10.76 and took a hit at almost $1 on that one. So these were the line items we did sell over the past week. So you could say that they did not survive the roller coaster ride. We did sell them, and you'll see in the upcoming slides we did actually make a little money off of our sales in this episode. But going on to the next slide, though, the second half of our portfolio, you see GH. Sorry, seems like I'm having a little trouble speaking this evening. So you see GH. We bought this a few weeks ago, 3 shares at $72.15. It's really doing good. It's our top money maker. And if we were to have sold this at closing on Friday, it would have had an overall income of just over $73. So I hope when we did that video a few weeks ago, you guys did purchase some of this. If you did, then you are really starting to cash in on the benefits of GH company doing well in the stock market. Further down, here's what we purchased. CMRE, Costamare Incorporated. We bought 13 shares at $13.42. We bought some more GH, Guardian Health Incorporated, 1 share at $96.72. So yeah, let's hope that it keeps going up. One of my strategies here lately is that some of these shares, of course you want to buy low and sell high, but I'm seeing that companies that are having some momentum behind them continue to go up. Companies that seem to be losing momentum continue to go down. I don't know if GH is going to continue to go up this week or not. It may not. We may take a little bit of hit on this line item, but maybe its momentum will carry it further up. The only way to find out and see is to invest a little bit more into it and give it a try. You see DK, same thing here. It's coincidentally, it's right below the other GH line item, where here, I'll move my cursor right above there. So you see here, this one, if we sold this on Friday at closing, we would have had a gain about $24. It's up about just over 10%. So same thing, maybe it's got some momentum behind it. So we went ahead and we bought 4 shares at $41.43. And let's hope that it captures some of that momentum that it currently has. So yeah, you see also use EQT, we bought that week too. Just some quick public math. There's $73, $24, $100 over the past 2 weeks. 2 episodes what we bought from that episode has gone up since then about $117. So that's really cool to see. We'll just say 115, round it off. So pretty cool to see. I hope that you all did capture some of those companies from that episode and are benefiting from it. Moving on, you see here we have a total of 140 shares in our portfolio. And if we sold everything Monday morning at opening, we would have an overall gain of about $250. So that's pretty much showing the health of our portfolio. And we'll go ahead and unpack that here in the next slide with our over/under. This is what, now the fourth straight week. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we can count to 4. Fourth straight week that this slide has been going positive. I feel like next slide is going to go in the negative after we sold some of those that had the METC. You know, that $50 is going to take a hit on this over/under, and so I have a feeling that that streak is going to be coming to an end. But either way, it's been cool to watch. Looks like it's tied for the longest streak we got here between January and May. It looks like 1, 2, 3, yeah, just tied for the longest streak, moving in the right direction. And as you see over time, it's really been doing pretty well, moving where we wanted to be. Almost broke the $250 mark. Came up, yeah, $1.04 shy. All right, our income. This is one finally we had a movement in the right direction, so much that it moved back into the positive direction. So really cool to see. If you've been following the last several episodes, you know that I've been very disappointed with this slide and how it's been performing. You see where back in it was October, it took a massive jump on the positive side, and since then really taken some hits, and finally took another good jump back onto the positive side. So we're now positive $17.18 of our overall income from our portfolio. So yeah, really glad to see that. Really cool to see this back onto the right side of things. Our take home. So again, anything that sells with a positive amount to it, we take home half of it and put it back into our pocket and spend it on some cool stuff that we want to buy for ourselves. So this week we took home about $30. So this has jumped up from $134 to $164. Again, this slide will always move in the upward direction. It's just how fast does it move in the upward direction. You see, this is not the biggest jump that it's had, but one of its biggest jumps that we had. So cool to see that it's moved up. It broke the $150 mark up to $164.92. So cool to see. Here we have our overall invested. Basically, this is if we took all the stocks or all the shares that we have and multiplied it by the purchasing price that we paid for it. This is what we have invested in the companies. And right now, we're up to about $2,600. This slide or this graph should always kind of be trending in the upward direction. You see a few times it did kind of flatline, but overall, it should be trending in the upward direction. And then here's our overall total. This one should also always be trending in the upward direction. If it doesn't, then the market's in really big trouble. I would like to see it kind of curve and up. You see it's pretty linear, just kind of a straight line, a little curve right there. I like to see it kind of curve a little bit more in the upward direction. It does look like it, since last episode, it did kind of curve a little bit, but not a whole lot. But so that number, if I didn't just mention it already, is right at 3152.26. So $3,100 of what we have in our portfolio overall. And here is our first combined slide, over under income take home. I nicknamed it our spaghetti slide because it's all kind of mixed together. But you see how where they've all kind of moved in the right direction over the past, well, during this video, during this episode, it moved in the right direction. So that's pretty cool to see. And let's hope in the coming videos it continues, they all continue to move in the right direction. Our second combined slide, of our invested in total. And you see these two pretty much run parallel. They taper off a little bit, kind of came a little bit closer together. but overall they'll probably continue to taper off over time comes. That's really what we do want to see here, because we want to see what we purchased at grow over what we have total. And then lastly, here's our whole portfolio again, all together, all condensed in one slide. And after removing the line items we did sell, which gives us a total of 113 shares in our portfolio. And now if we sold it Monday morning at closing or at opening, we would have would sell for $193.82. I think I said that on the previous slide we were showing, so that was an error. This is actually what we would have take home wise if we our income if we sold Monday morning at when the market opens. So yeah, that's what we have overall. So you can kind of get a close picture of the percentages of who's doing really well, who's not doing really well, who's really making some money, who's not making some money. You see like BTSG has that looks like it's the highest overall percentage at 66% on the positive side. And because of that, its overall gain or loss is at $52 in challenging GH. Well, I don't know if challenging, but it's right now it's runner up, so it has a potential of surpassing that line item of GH. So yeah, if you're seeing some of these stocks and you're liking what you're seeing, well, with that being said, good stock hunting. If you have purchased some of these, I hope that you are benefiting from these, and I hope you get some useful information from these videos. And with that being said, until the next episode, don't forget to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Until the next episode, take it easy.